My dad's gonna join us in a second, but he's finishing up a sandwich. How's everybody doing? So let's hop into the chat real quick. It's a big week this week. We are painting the bus. So it's gonna be a big difference to see the exterior painted. So let's hop into the chat. Oh, there's Dad right there. Look who it is. Oh, you got Pringles? I didn't know they made Pringles for vegans. I was talking. Alright, everybody. That's my dad. His name's Jack. I don't think you've ever been on one of these.
Nope.
Oh, wow. So,
happy to be here.
Everybody say hi. Let's see what y'all are saying. Paul Honeyman's in here. Kay Andrews. Melissa Malzone. Hooray, let the painting begin. If you feel good, if you feel good having the outside of the bus painted, you all are almost ready to move in. Yeah, I think we've talked about it before that my main mission was to get the electrical and the plumbing done, and then I was going to hop into paint, and then my dad just happened to be in Oregon and then offered to come help with paint. So I kind of did as much as I could, and then, halted everything else to get his help. Well, how's the project gone so far, in your opinion?
Good. We've had some extra, you always run into extra things on a project like this that have to be dealt with. Hopefully not big things to make big setbacks.
And he did say this is probably the biggest thing you've ever painted, right?
Painted a well drilling rig once, which was a major nightmare. And it was big. I don't think it was quite as big as the bus though. Yeah, I think it probably was actually. It's different though. Completely different.
And this thing, I was talking to Jaylene about it. This thing is nothing compared to a little 4 or 5 window. Not even in the same ballpark when it comes to paint. Like, we prepped Brewster in one day. Prepped the whole thing. I think we masked it up. I don't even remember. It was quick. But and we pretty much got the body scuffed up in one day on this, but it was nar. And anytime somebody's here, it usually pushes me to work a little harder. I usually cut out a little early when I'm by myself. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Lots of you guys are in here. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Lots of people saying hello. Debbie Conway, hello. Hello, you guys. Hugs for Ember. Brenda Forms, Kimmy J. Shirley Lee, hello from Texas, the skateboard land. Hello. Linda Harms is saying, be sure to hit the like button. Oh yeah, and I don't think we've even said anything on. So if you follow my Instagram, we're a lot more in time than on YouTube, and we're doing automotive paint this time on this bus compared to oil-based enamel. I think is what I typically use. Home Depot just ain't selling it no more. Also, I want it to last for as long as it possibly can. It's kind of the idea. I don't want to have to repaint this in the near future at all. All right, lots of people saying hi. I'm looking for some questions.
Howdy.
Jules, Thejant, you have to be flexible in life, 100%.
So true.
Charles G.S., how did you clean all the oil off the rig? Well, we're about to wash it. You want to tell them what we're going to use?
Wax and grease remover. Well, we're going to use Super Clean to start with. We're going to wash the body with Super Clean, which is a water-soluble degreaser, which is really strong. and takes grease off really well.
Yeah.
And then just before we paint, we'll wash the body with wax and grease remover. And there's a special technique to that. I don't know if you'd remember that from our last paint job, where it's a little labor intensive, where you need to let the solvent sit for just a little bit, and then you make sure you wipe it off, rub it off while it's wet, and it picks up. It's actually made to lift wax out of the paint, because wax actually goes into the paint, which is can be a problem.
People are saying the volume's low, so I'm gonna check it.
I
Okay.
could probably speak up.
Alright.
It's usually not my problem.
Chrissy Eaton can't wait to see the bus tour. We can't wait to have this bus done. This has been a project. My goodness. Alright. Never missed your live since Jaylena introduced us on YouTube. Wow.
That's amazing.
Now that I think about it, I think he's been here every single live. Going on a year straight? I don't know.
That's consistency.
Whew.
Big time.
Hey, Kathy Gallagher's in here. Hello. So we're feeling pretty good. You know, it's a big project. I'm tired. We're gonna get a few more things done after this live chat. I saw somebody in here asked if we're spraying tomorrow. We're planning on spraying Sunday. Is the plan. So we're prepping the bus. We still gotta mask the bus. That's gonna take a whole day by itself, probably. It's so big. There's so many windows. But we're on track. I think we're gonna be all right. So we're looking to spray on Sunday. Oh, Charles said I was talking about the oil rig. Dave Cameron, what brand paint did you decide on? I think it's Valspar, right?
Yep, Valspar acrylic urethane, single stage, meaning it's not a base coat clear coat. It's color, top coat.
All right. So Jaylena and Ember are in the chat. Jaylena is watching Ember so that my dad and I can go live today. So if you have any questions for Jaylena, she's in the chat. You can talk to her. Bob Kingsmore, what's up? Wanda L. Rodriguez, I'm so glad you are getting it done. How long will it take to do 2 coats? It's still so cold out, so are you going to paint it in the door? I don't know what that means. You want to answer that? I think
Probably means in the shop, or
yeah,
I don't know.
because
Not sure what she means.
I think she's asking, do you gotta wait a day between coats?
The answer is no. This primer we're using, sealer, is designed to spray wet on wet, meaning you don't want it to dry too long before you top coat it. So we'll do 2 coats of primer sealer and then 2 coats of color for a total of 4, and that should be the end of it.
And he's pretty confident we can do all that in one day, so it's a lot of spraying. This is a lot of bus to paint.
It's a full day for sure.
Yeah. Linda Kemp, what does your dad think of the inside of the bus?
Stunning. Amazing. I'm really proud of Isaac and his skills and their choices of design and quality. It's amazing. Did you ever show them that view right there with the light on
they
the
haven't seen
live
that
edge?
yet.
Oh, man, that live edge is.
Oh, it's a game changer.
That's the most. Well, they always are, but that one is just the best I've seen you do. It's just the best I've seen, really.
Yeah, it's liquid gold. That's what I call live edge. Natasha Reynolds, give us nugget, homies. I mean, the biggest nugget is this thing's gonna be in paint Sunday, and then I gotta put it back together Monday. Unmask it, put it back together Monday, and then
That's a full day.
yeah. And then, I mean, I just gotta hop back up in here and kind of wrap up. So this bus, we're on track to have this bus done. this month, which is crazy because we're 2 months behind now.
And really important to meet that goal this time.
Yeah, because that's it. Um, let's see. Charles GS single stage is old style for sure. Did we mention single stage? I guess we didn't.
I just did.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, base coat, clear coat is certainly the most popular, and almost every car is. Even solid colors now are base coat, clear coat. There's advantages of that, but it's more work, more money,
Oh.
and single stages is still good. It works, and it's going to be a urethane, so super durable, ultraviolet protection. It'll last as long. It'll be chip resistant.
Yeah.
So it'll be a permanent quality automotive paint job.
Trying to do it one time and call it done. You know what I'm saying? Charles GS, she said, "Are you gonna paint it indoors?" Oh, yeah. So I had to spend a lot of money on plastic and paper to make sure everything gets covered up and everything's protected, so we can spray in here.
I could add to that because on part of that question was the cold, but the cold is a huge challenge with paint. 68 degrees is kind of like what paint is designed to be sprayed at temperature. And warmer is better a lot of times. 75, 80. I've painted in warmer weather than that. But it just speeds everything up and sometimes too much. But the cold is our challenge. We've got to get the chill off, at least get the chill off the bus and get the metal somewhat warm so the paints will dry appropriately.
So I had to buy another heater, and then Dad brought up like 3 more. So we should have enough heaters to get this thing going.
Hope so.
Christine Kelly, hey brother, would your dad recommend a paint I should use on my shuttle bus? It's fiberglass. I can't afford a professional job.
Same thing applies to fiberglass. It's paint plastic, aluminum, steel. You can use acrylic urethane's really the best deal these days because acrylic enamel, which is just a step below acrylic urethane, used to be quite a bit cheaper, and it was really good paint. I mean, it goes way back. That's really old school, but it's always been really good, durable paints to use. I used for, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years. But for some reason, the cost keeps getting closer to acrylic urethane. And so now with literally, of course, the numbers are a little more dramatic with a bus this big, but it's really only costing Isaac another $50 or $75 to step up to the urethane over acrylic enamel. So crazy not to.
Mm-hmm. So Vicky May, what color paint? We're doing tan again. So I really like tan. It's hard to get dirty. It's a pretty modern color, honestly. They're putting in a lot of modern cars like Jeeps and Tacomas, and so we're going with the tan. We already got picked out.
He had so many options, it was hard for him to choose.
Yeah.
They gave him a color book and said, "So which tan do you want?"
Oh yeah. And then I tried to be like, "Do you have a tan close to this one?" And they couldn't do it that way. Oh, Gail Richards, how far did Dad travel to help you out? So Dad actually lives in Idaho. So but he was here already, which is why kind of he ended up here for something else. But if you drive straight back, how long of a drive is that?
8 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
I'm from Lewiston area. It's on the Washington border there, Clarkson, Washington, and Lewiston. I'm from Portland. I just moved there a year ago. Or I'm from Hillsboro, actually, Forest Grove.
Ramona Delaney, do you plan to put a scene on the side? 100%. So I have a friend that's a really, really good artist named Brogan, and he did the Bus Life Story design logo, which is the Minion bus. Once this one's done, was to fly him in from Canada and then have him mural the side of this bus. So you know, we were supposed to be done 2 months ago, so I don't even know if that's still on the table. But regardless, we are gonna do something super special with this bus because
Rightly so.
it's a special bus. So,
Yep.
Live chat nugget. I think I am gonna do a throwback to Schooliana. So I think the Schooliana tree line is gonna be incorporated in the design somehow to kind of show where I started and where I ended up.
Cool.
I think it'd be cool. Christy Eaton, the live edge looks great. Thanks, Jaylena, for a peek. How'd she give you guys a peek? I don't know.
I love the drips that you left the drips on the bottom edge there.
I'm sanding those out.
No, leave that.
No,
I like it.
bro.
It kind of looks like it's wet.
Yeah.
Consider it. I would like to add a little bit to the question as far as painting fiberglass. And the top coats don't matter, but the primers do. So, you know, when you're painting a plastic, you know, rubber bumpers these days, or fiberglass, that's when, you know, there's different options for primers for specific things that you're you know, trying to paint. This sealer that we're going to use is a kind of a unique sealer in that it's actually designed to be a high build fill primer. It's a urethane primer. Gets hard as a rock, and it actually doubles as a sealer. You can reduce it down, and it's thin enough to just be a really good, basically a pretty thick sealer, which hides a multitude of sins.
Yeah, and I guess we should touch on this. I think I've done quite a few painting videos at this point on this channel, but if anybody's getting ready to paint, we typically use 220 grit and sand the bus, and we use 3M red Scotch pads to kind of scuff the thing up in places that we can't get to with a sander. And that's kind of what we've been doing for a long time here, and works out great. Yeah, and then this is the first time that we sprayed automotive on this channel before, so I'm excited to see the difference, like once it goes on and dries, you know, kind of how it holds up. You know, it's like 5 times the cost. For example, I pay, usually for a gallon of color, I pay $30 a gallon, and then this stuff was like 175 or something.
168. Whew. Yeah, he was $750 at the paint store, and that wasn't counting some of the supplies at Home Depot.
Yeah.
All that.
Wanda L. Rodriguez, how many days will it take to dry? I guess that's a question I want to know too.
Acrylic urethane dries really fast. It'll be, depending on how warm the bus is, it normally just, as soon as it flashes off, like in 10-15 minutes, it starts setting up, and in an hour it'll be dry enough to touch.
What about like dry enough to drive?
Overnight.
That's it?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Technically, it doesn't cure for. They used to say acrylic enamel took a whole month to cure, but cure meaning, I mean, it's just, I mean, it feels dry, but it's really not all the way dry. But urethane was much faster, so literally depending on the, you know.
I usually wait a week.
Summer or winter, yeah, maybe it'd be a week, a few days or a week to be.
Okay.
There's different variables, you know. With again, there's complicated equation to actually calculate that. But urethane is actually designed to color sand, meaning sand it with 2000 grit and buff it out. That's what they do with, you know, even manufacturers. So there's a window that they're usually designed to not. You have to cut and buff it during that window, otherwise it gets really hard and it makes takes a lot more time and a lot more work.
Dang. Okay, so about a week, which is about normal.
Yeah, probably a week now.
Peace out, Lisa. Can't wait to see the prep. Makes sense to protect for sure. Yeah, I mean, we're in the middle of the prep right now. so it kind of sucks, but once it's over and we can look back at a video, it'll be great. You know? Oh man, I guess I do gotta get this bus put together Monday, so I can wrap up this build video and have it out Tuesday. Have to get it done Monday. Jeez.
Yeah, it'll be close enough, even if it's a couple of little things to do yet.
Yeah. Navasi, waiting on it to get warmer. Start painting on. I guess you mean elastomeric roof coating.
Mm.
Yeah, this is definitely not the time to paint a bus. I'm just doing it now because I have to, you know. And my dad happens to be here right now. But even if it wasn't for that, I was still planning on painting this month. Just because I'm the type of person, I'm in the habit of not having projects hanging over my head. Like, if something needs to be done, I want it done more than I want to wait. Just because life happens. Everybody knows that. You have no idea what your circumstances are going to be in a month, 2 months, half a year. Things can change.
Yep.
So I'm not in the habit of waiting. I'm in the habit of getting things done.
Good habit.
Because it's better to have it done than wait, and then all of a sudden now it can't be done for some reason or another.
Yep.
You run out of money. You don't have a shop. You don't have them. You're not in a circumstance. And like, this bus is so big, like, it's not common to find a shop big enough to put a bus this big in. It is not common. So I have this shop right now. I want to get it done while I have it right now. You know, I want to do as little as I can. I want to be completely done with this bus by the time this bay's up. 100% done is the goal.
The weather's really going up and down right about now, especially here, and like, it was almost 50 degrees, maybe 48, 45 today, and sunny. Unfortunately, Saturday it's going to be 50 degrees, and then it drops 10 degrees on Sunday when we're painting, so it's going to be 40 outside, so that doesn't help.
Busing on a budget, 5 times the cost. Big bus motto. Pretty much, yeah. Everything in here has been $1 million more than a 4-window. You know, I think, for example, there's 14 sheets of plywood in the cabinetry in here.
Wow.
Usually when I build a bus, like a 4 or 5 window, like, it's maybe 4, 5, 6 sheets of plywood, and that's it. So it's kind of crazy. Paul Sherman, question for Isaac's dad. What is the best thing to clean the plastic bumper with before painting it?
There's special products for that. The wax and grease remover that we use is really kind of designed for everything, and that usually is good enough. There's a lot of different plastics, and plastic bumpers have a history of being problematic. I've been out of the business for 15 years, so a lot of things are changing too. But so that's kind of the rule of thumb: is wax and grease remover is still acceptable for rubber bumpers. But just to be safe, I would buy the specific product for it.
Busting on a budget, can you paint while it's cold? I mean, you're not really supposed to.
You can, but it might not dry.
We did buy like a cold, what was that, activator or something?
Yeah, they have different temperatures, you know, mid-temp and cold temp reducers and activators depending on the paint. And we did get the cold temp, which means it helps it dry fast. And it really does make a difference. That's for sure.
Wanda L. Rodriguez, will you run the bus to help it dry? I don't think that's really going to help it dry at all. And it's going to put carbon monoxide in the shop and probably not be good for us.
Yeah, it's all about temperature.
Yeah. I guess this is a good question.
Warm is good.
Paul Heineman, will heating the bus inside help the paint cure faster?
Yeah, if there wasn't a bunch of cabinetry in here, yeah.
And insulation.
Yeah. If you could actually radiate enough heat through the walls to get to the outside of the bus, absolutely. And I've done that before.
I mean, maybe it's worth just turning that heater on when it's drying.
Probably not.
Brenda Hare, your audio is cutting out. A Bus Life Story. Are we cutting in and out? I don't know.
You or us?
I don't know.
Somebody will probably tell you.
Nicole Morrow, did you tell your paint color yet? We did. We're going tan again. So I painted a lot of buses tan.
Semi-gloss.
And this one's gonna be tan too. Paul Honeyman, Isaac loving the new storage boxes. So are we. It is
Really
insane how many people are so mad about how I attach those storage boxes. The thing is you guys are seeing it like, through a video, and you can have all your little thoughts you want to have. But like, I'm actually using it and like putting stuff in it and like laying in there, and that ain't strong, it ain't flexing, it ain't going nowhere. So it's like, it's crazy how many people are telling me, oh, that's not gonna work. I'm like, it's working just fine.
Rivets work.
The whole bus is put together with rivets. So it's like, I don't understand.
Those are a special rivet, but still, the
Those
traditional rivets.
Those rivets are stronger than any rivet in this bus. I don't know, man. It's crazy. When people do not agree with you, whew, they go crazy.
Bye-bye.
But I love the storage boxes. And I think maybe every year I'll do an update and be like, oh, the storage boxes are still there. Dang it. And then anybody who is here at this time will know what I'm talking about.
I gotta go pee.
So do I. I've been holding it. But go. We might have to
We'll
switch
take
out.
turns.
We'll switch out. Nicole Morrow, thanks, I'm assuming, with a tree line. Yeah, so we talked about it earlier. We're going to do a throwback to Schooliana. And the Schooliana tree line is going to be a part of the new design, for sure. Peace out, Lisa. I have faith you'll get it done by the end of the month. I think so. I mean, the paint is a big, big, big project. And once the paint's done, I mean, we're only like... The electrical is like 98% there. And then the plumbing, I don't think it's going to take that much. Gypsy Free Spirit, it will help with the extra heaters added in the bay. Yeah, I hope so. Mary, are you going to put a design on the bus? Yeah, we just talked about it. Nicole Morrow, hopefully they'll put a shop on the property they bought, and park buses, but who knows. Nicole, the property's not big enough. I wish it was big enough. I would put a shop over there. But it's like, it's pretty small. But it was cheap, so. Glenn K. Isaac, you might have mentioned it. What's your dad's name? Honestly, yeah. I think I mentioned it really quick, but I guess I didn't tell you his name, really. So my dad's name is James.
JT.
James. Miss Connie L. Are you painting the storage boxes? Honestly, I have been on the fence about painting the storage boxes, but we're not. Thing is that's like powder coated black. Like
They look good black, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The black and tan is.
I kind of like having the contrast, so we're just gonna leave them black. Gypsy Free Spirit, yes, rivets are strong. The rivets that I put on those storage boxes aren't just regular rivets. They're stainless steel structural rivets. They're made to hold 2,000 pounds per rivet. And there's probably 12 or more in that box. So that's like, those rivets could hold this bus. The whole bus. You know what I mean? I think a 250-pound storage box is going to be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. If y'all disagree with me, I'm sorry, but whatever.
Agree to disagree.
Cindy, who's doing your curtains? Do you have them picked out? I think Jaylena's actually going to sew them. We bought a sewing machine in the Brewster build with the intention of learning how to sew, so that because we usually outsource all our metal, so I don't weld. Anybody who's been in this channel for a while knows that I don't weld and I don't know how. And I've always outsourced my welding, and I've always outsourced seamstress.
Epoxy.
I do epoxy though. But we have a really good seamstress that I've used for years. So we might Jaylee, I think she's got it. Debbie, also, she's local. She offered to help too. So I think we're gonna be all right. We just, haven't really decided what we're gonna do yet. And I'm also waiting to hear back from Pendleton on the cushions. So
Mm-hmm.
they're busy, but I haven't heard from them in weeks. Hey, Alice Schooley is in the house. Josh, what's up, man? We really appreciate you. Like, you're a huge part of this bus build, man, and we always say it, man. We really appreciate you. Oh, leave her wild. I like them black, so they stay in black. I mean, that was always the plan to keep them black, so. Hood's Custom Shop. Can't wait to see the finished paint job. You and me both, brother. I can't wait to see this thing. It's going to be crazy, the difference. Every time I paint a bus, it's like once you get them in paint, like it's night and day. Night and day.
It's exciting,
Yeah.
rewarding.
Jennifer Moncada. The real test would be to roll Levi up and put in the storage box to test. Levi couldn't fit in that storage box. Levi's a big boy, and that storage box is only 18 inches wide, so he ain't gonna fit in there. Linda Kemp. When will we see the bus all painted? Next week's build video, as long as we don't have a disaster. So this coming Tuesday will be this week's build video, which will be paint. So you'll see it in paint next Tuesday. We hope. Jerry Brady. Rivets hold ships together. Yeah, man. I don't know why.
And airplanes.
Why people are tripping, man. People are tripping. Coiling. How is baby doing, Isaac? She got any teeth yet? We can kind of see and kind of feel the teeth coming through. Ember turns more into a person every single day. Like, she gets more personality. She's more vocal. It's crazy.
She was meowing with the kitty cat today.
Yeah. Peace out, Lisa. Pendleton on cushions. That's the plan. They they sponsored the very first bus that I put out of the shop. And the cushions look so good with that Pendleton fabric on there. And we definitely want to do that again in our own bus. But we're not there, so we're gonna have to take a trip to Portland to go pick it up regardless. But there's some other things that kind of have to happen first, like the electrical needs to be finished and the plumbing needs to be done before a cushion matters at all. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to get the thing, and the paint's got to be done. So we're kind of prioritizing the major projects.
Yep.
Jaylene is saying I sewed one of the cushions in the Brewster build. Yeah, actually, that's right. Gypsy Free Spirit, my 94 bus had thousands of rivets. They were a bee to get out and off, laugh out loud, once they were in. Yeah, we're not trying to ever take those boxes off. That sounds like a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas Morrow. I really like the setup for the heaters. Are you talking about the heaters that I put in the bus? Are you talking about the heaters for the shop? I don't know what you're talking about.
Probably the bus. Because they're cool. Well done.
Yeah. Chrissy Eden, Isaac, you and Jaylena are doing a beautiful job on the bus. Thank you so much. It has been a gigantic mission. I have a whole new respect for builders that build bigger buses. I've been a short bus king for a long time. Like, I know short buses real well. Built a lot of them. This is the first bigger one I've done, and I don't ever want to do another one. I don't mind building 4 and 5s, but this thing, everything's a pain in the butt. Painting it, man, it's just a whole thing. Jerry Brady, $20 super chat for Sweet Ember. Jerry, thank you so much. We really do appreciate that. Haley V, she'll have a full set of teeth before you know it. I mean, it's gonna be crazy when she starts walking and talking. Atlas Schoolie, the boxes came out so nice, and the underglow is fire. Josh, thank you so much, homie. Man, I'm so grateful for all the help I have received during this bus. Because I'm like, man, if I didn't have any of that help and I was out here by myself, where would this thing be at? I don't know.
Much less for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking I could build this out in 3 months real quick. Nah. Peace out, Lisa. The storage boxes are a brilliant idea and practical. You know, I guess I should say this about the storage boxes too. That wasn't even my idea. You know, like I started doing a whole bunch of research on storage boxes and how people were doing it. Literally everyone does it different. And I talked to one of my homies and he told me so it's actually his idea. He said it took him like 2 hours and he's had it on his bus for like over a year with no problems. So it's not like I just came up with some jerry-rigged thing and just did it. Like it's already been done on a bus. It's been working, you know? Hop is 77. Your dad seems cool.
Thank you.
Oh, this is a good one.
I think so too.
Hood's Custom Shop. I'm at the point in my bus build where I'm like, what have I got myself into? I get it. Trust me.
Big project.
A bus life story. Make sure you go back to the beginning of the live chat and read those messages I wrote to your dad when this is over. They were at the beginning and were missed. Just write them again, because I don't want to scroll all the way up. Nicole Merle, where do y'all plan to take your first trip in the bus? Also, do you ba? I don't know what ba is.
Bah humbug.
We've talked about it multiple times. We want to go to the outboard desert. You know, if the outboard desert is accessible at the time of year. We are scheduled to be done end of February. We shall see. Which means we would be taking our trip in March. We shall see. Atlas Schoolie, remember when we thought the underglow was broken? It was just on sound, and you already start taking the control box apart. Memories. Yeah. So we tested the underglow kit like off the bus before we started installing it, and like we hooked it up to power and it wasn't working. It was like flashing. We thought it was intermittent. I was literally about 2 seconds away from cracking that box open and destroying that underglow kit when Josh was like, oh, it's on sound activation. Nicole Merrill, do you have a name? We have not named the bus. We're just gonna let it come to us when it comes to us. But nothing's jumping out at us right now. Tom Green, you building a deck? 100% we're building a deck. I will never have my own personal bus that doesn't have a school bus deck. That's why you buy a school bus, is so you can have a deck. You know, like it's legit. Hop is 77. You may have said, but how long will it take to paint the bus? I mean, it's about a week of prep and paint if we're gonna talk about it like that. But if we're just talking about spraying it, we're gonna spray it in a day. Is the plan. We'll see. Gypsy Free Spirit, just breathe, take it each day as it is. Y'all are doing great. It is a lot of work, and you have had may life moments keep shining in your light. Well, thank you so much. Hey, Schoolie teachers in the house. What up, homie? So Deanna's down there in Mexico right now, like living her best life. Deanna, so much love for you. we wish the bus was done, and we wish we were down there partying too, but duty calls. Paula Jones, name the bus Ember's happy place. She actually is super, super happy in here. Anytime she comes in here, she starts freaking out. Chrissy Eaton. I heard the fireplace needs to be lit outside, burn off the chemicals. You are correct. And we have not done it yet. We just have not had time. We're just trying to get... The thing is, I got 2 other sources of heat in here. So, like, the wood stove isn't necessarily a,
Primary
thing to get done. So, and we're still kind of letting the tile dry in that area before we start doing much over there. Okay, Paul Honeyman dropped the Schoolie Teacher's channel, so definitely check out Deanna and the Schoolie Teacher. She's just a rad person, and she's been really consistent on YouTube. The Schoolie Teacher, next year we missed y'all at Schoolie Palooza too. Yeah, we had a lot of FOMO here watching y'all party out there in the desert. I've been talking to Jaylena a lot and like kind of planning my future. I definitely think I'm wrapping up, the bus business so that I can live my life again. I was telling my dad today that I've been in this shop bay every day for years with no days off, really. And it's like, what kind of life is that? My whole life is spent building. Like, we're not doing anything. So we're definitely gonna do a life change. Once this bus is done, I have to build Minion, so there'll be one more bus. And then we're gonna actually live bus life instead of building buses. I might do one a year just for like fun, maybe. That's a hard maybe. I might just go chill next to a hot spring forever.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm wired.
It sounds good.
I don't know if I'm wired like that.
You're not.
We'll see. I have some other projects I want to do, Linda Beachy. What are you going to do with your tools you use to build the bus when you travel? Well, most of it I'm going to try and bring with me. That was kind of the idea behind having those storage boxes. So I can have all my tools and could hypothetically build a bus out in the middle of the desert if I felt like it. There are some bigger things that I won't be able to bring. The idea is once the big bus is done, we're going to start thinning down on all of our stuff and tools and materials. And basically we want to make it to where we could walk away from the shop in a day. I could make a trip to the dump, make a trip to donate, and then we could drive away and not be trapped. Oh, is that Norma I just seen?
Yep.
Yeah, it is Norma. So we will look forward to you coming to Idaho and giving that cute little grandbaby hugs and kisses. Yeah, Idaho is definitely a place I've wanted to check out even before y'all move there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's awesome.
Natasha Reynolds, I'm looking in the reflection for the stove. The stove is right to my left. It is not installed or in the hearth at all. And I still got to drill a hole through the ceiling, which is going to be scary. For the chimney. Peace out, Lisa. Isaac, it's paying off. Now you have to look forward to exploring. Definitely. Exploring and creating. I used to love going out and taking photos and making videos. And, now all my videos and photos are in a shop bay. I'm looking forward to, going to locations. Hood's Custom Shop. Starlink permanent mount. We are definitely going to get Starlink. I haven't, I shouldn't say definitely, but we're probably going to get Starlink. I haven't done any research on mounts or anything like that because we're just not there yet. My focus is on completing the bus. Everything else I don't have, mental space for it. Paul Honeyman, Isaac, you got grounded when you and Jaylena got together and had Ember. Definitely gave me perspective on life. You know, I am a hustler, 100%. I hustle. I'm making moves. I'm always like got ideas on how I can make more money, or how I can make money, and having my daughter just change that. You know, now instead of like trying to do all these things, it's like I just want to have time. I want to have time to spend with her. I want to have time to go do things. Like, I don't know, the hustle and bustle is cool, but I have no time. Jennifer Moncada, any more news about the thefts that occurred? They got beat up and ran out of town. So, no more thefts. The dude, they just like beat him up right on the highway in front of everybody, and nobody did anything about it, and they told him to leave.
Whoa. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, because apparently, so they were robbing us and everybody for a while, and then when we got evacuated because of the fires, they were running through people's houses while everybody was evacuated. The town did not take lightly to that. They were like, oh no, that's low. You're done. Atlas Schoolie, new vid coming out tomorrow, so watch for it and let me know how I'm doing. Liz started watching Jaylena's crime vids. Josh, I am going to admit I need to watch your videos. I work all day and then I'm too tired to do anything when I'm done, but I need to catch up on your stuff. Hoppa77, how long has your dad been doing auto painting?
Well, I've been retired from that for almost 10 years, I figured. I mentioned 15, and I still do hobby stuff. I do my own stuff, and but I've been out of it for almost 10 years. About 20 years I did auto body paint, had my own shop for most of that time, worked at dealerships, did restoration work.
Yeah.
Also, insurance work.
I remember when I was a kid watching you paint cars, and I think you even handed me a sprayer here and there. Did you paint the Subaru Brat? I want to say I remember. No, not the hood or something?
Yeah, I did a little paint work on it, probably. Spot repair.
For some reason, I remember you painting that.
Wish I had that today. 86 Subaru Brat, T-tops, Caro seats.
Yeah, that was cool.
Pretty neat.
Chrissy Eaton. Isaac, it made me cry when you said your daughter's growing up and you're still in the Bay working. Yeah, that's a big one. You know, I'm missing a lot of time. And I want to spend time with her, you know.
He gets to spend time with her. A lot of people don't. They're off working 8 hours or 10.
They have weekends off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. So it's like, I mean, and I'm in a very unique situation where I don't have to go drive anywhere to work.
Freedom.
You know, but Jaylene and I have talked about that too. It's like, we can make a living off our computers. We don't have to go to an office. So like we can work with our daughter sitting with us, which is, we're very fortunate to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
You know, and I guess I'm fortunate too. It's like I can choose to not build buses anymore. I don't have to.
Okay.
I do it because I like it, and you know, I like selling them and getting fat paychecks.
Don't we all?
But do I have to? No, I don't depend on it. I have multiple sources of income and little businesses. So the bus building is awesome, and I think I've even done a video about bus building as a business. The thing about bus building as a business is you can make decent money doing it, right? The problem with bus building as a business is it's an astronomical amount of overhead. You know, like it's nothing to spend $10,000 in a month for materials. Like, it's crazy. You spend so much money, and then you hope that it sells. And I'm also in a very unique position to where I do have a decent social media following, and I don't think that hurts when I go to sell the buses.
Not at all.
I don't really have a problem selling them. I do know people that are trying to build high-end vans and they can't move them.
Mm.
and they're dropping the price to the point they made no money. So I'm very fortunate to be able to do what I do and get away with it.
I'm gonna grab something.
Okay.
Did you need anything?
Nah.
Good.
Yeah. Haley B, I'm so excited for you guys to travel in your bus to your little family. I'll be living vicariously through you. We can only do weekend trips with our travel trailer for now. That's awesome, and we cannot wait to get in this bus either and like go see things. Norma Turner, that's my dad's wife, by the way. The Clearwater River is amazing for a lazy river float on tubes and some very cool hot springs. I love hot springs. Natasha Reynolds, after paint, what's the next on the bus? So after paint, I need to come back inside and I need to finish the electrical. I think it's probably only a day to finish the electrical. And then I need to do plumbing, which is the next big mission. And that could be a day to 3 days. That's like the big things. And then after that, I just need to do a little bit of finish work inside, build some overhead cabinet, like some little things inside. And then like, I'm gonna do the deck. The deck isn't super priority. I'd like to get it done, but so that's kind of the order. After paint, I'm gonna finish the electrical. I'm gonna do the plumbing. I'm going to finish some little tiny bits of cabinetry inside that are left. And then if we have time, we're gonna do the deck. But I could do the deck this summer outside, if it came to it. Melissa Malzone, Isaac, once the bus is done, it's time to be a family. Taking pictures of your ladies and making music again. You all will do great. Thank you. I can't wait to do music again and create and spend time with my family. Mary Hollins, Isaac, I can see why you're so handsome. You have your dad and mom features. Well, thank you.
Bless you.
Melissa Malzone, my son has 4 boys. And he works 12-hour days, 6 days a week. He's missing so much, but he needs the income. Yeah.
Sad.
I gotcha.
Bad.
Element Lifestyle. Hi, guys. How's the lifted Element running? Bro, what's up? I sold that Element, and I wish I didn't, honestly. I wish I still had that Honda Element, but it's gone. I want another one. Which reminds me. So, I'm looking for, well, I can't buy one right now. But when I go to get an Element, I want a black 2005 Honda Element. So we only got about less than 10 minutes left. So if you guys have any burning desires, now's the time to throw them in. Jason Walker, hello. Are you taking questions? We are considering schooling life fam of 4. Yeah, we're taking questions. Pop them in there. Sandra, your dad looks like Woody Harrelson. Do you get that often?
No, but I used to hear Kirk Douglas and Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Charles GS, it's all in the craftsmanship and the ability to see how you built your buses. That's a selling point and why they sell fast. Charles, honestly, yeah. The last person who bought Brewster, she said she felt comfortable in the purchase because she literally watched me build the entire thing. She watched every single build video. So like she knew how I built it. She knew what I used. She knew how it was done. So she had no questions. She pretty much just showed up and paid for it and left. So the build series is on the build are I mean, how many builders are doing that? You know, they build a bus, they list it with some pictures, and that's it.
Nada.
So the thing about buying one of my buses is you can literally watch me build it from the beginning to the end. There's no surprises. Charlotta Edwards, what is the best way to get in touch with the van build guys? Email them. That's how I do it. Sandy Greats. Thanks, Isaac's dad, for helping these guys with painting the bus. Yeah, thank you,
You're
Dad.
welcome. You're very welcome. It's an honor and a privilege and a lot of work
Yeah.
and sacrifice.
Yeah.
Got my own projects to work on, waiting for me.
Man, I can't wait till I don't have projects and I can like just do hobbies.
Mine are fun projects. And I got business that's kind of on pause too a little bit. But
Yeah.
fun projects.
Melissa Malzone, Paul. Oh, she's talking to Paul. Wednesday Williams. Hi, Isaac's dad. We love your son. We see where he gets his good values and looks. Much love from Chicago.
Oh, thank you. Bless you.
Josh Atlas Schooley. I'm so excited for you, Jaylene, and the Munchkin to sit back and enjoy the road for a bit once it's done. Bro, so are we. Like, to actually move in here and enjoy the fruits of our labor, it's going to be a big day.
Big celebration.
Yeah.
Have to throw a party.
Yeah. I honestly,
Fun be
I
ours.
considered doing an event, but there I am,
Doing something else.
putting more on the plate, you know. So I don't think so. Chrissy Eaton, question: are you going to put a bathroom door? We're back and forth. We're back and forth on what we want to do there. We are planning on doing something. We don't know what that something is going to be, but that's not necessarily a problem at the moment. You know, getting the paint done and the plumbing and all that is more of a problem right now.
What was the name of the Woody guy that I'm supposed to look like?
Woody Harrelson.
I never heard of him.
Really? He's a pretty big actor.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll have to look him up.
Charles G.S. Does your dad live in a castle too? Laugh out loud. He's referring to my uncle. No, I think my uncle is the only one that I know of that lives in a castle. What about you? You know any other people live in a castle?
Not that I know. Nope.
Yeah.
We're remodeling our bathroom right now, which is pretty much could be a castle build.
Mm.
Heated tile floors and his and her vanities, and it's
Yeah.
everything that my wife has dreamed about. I painted a 1929 clawfoot bathtub that will have a shower thing in it.
Oh wow. Alan Check. Hi, Isaac's dad. Hope to meet you someday. Yeah.
Awesome. That'd be great.
Wanda L. Rodriguez, put a door when you're in. I mean, if we could figure something out. We have looked into the barn door thing. It's just, you know, it's not, it hasn't really crossed my mind mentally too much because it just doesn't matter right now. I'm trying to get some of these other things, you know, done. Okay, we're wrapping this up. So we only got about a minute or two left. Looking for anything.
Did that guy ever repost his questions? You asked
No.
him to repost?
No. Cindy Lou. Isaac, you are so knowledgeable about so many things. I'm glad your dad is there to make memories with you and put his mark on yours and Jalena's beautiful home. Enjoy.
Well
Yeah.
said. I'm honored and grateful to do it.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of Isaac. He's amazing. He's learned most all of the stuff on his own, just, you know, trial and error and gleaning and YouTube,
Figuring it out.
figuring it out.
Yeah, a lot of people, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people, they get stagnant in their dreams or their ideas because they don't know what to do. And you just can't let that stop you, you know, you just figure it out, you know. So I don't know where I picked that up at. It's just, I've never stopped. Like, if there's something I don't know how to do, I'm like, I'll figure it out. Like, I remember when I was buying,
It's a skill.
I remember when I was buying that property. My real estate agent was like, "Do you have any like home building experience?" I was like, I'll figure it out. I'm not worried about that part. Um, Billy Badass Biker 07 lights inside box. Nah, I'm not trying to be outside digging in that storage box in the middle of the night, anyways. You know. But I also didn't even think about that. Plus, I'm not trying to run more wires. Like I've already got 24 fixtures, and it ain't enough. That tells you how much wiring is in here already. I'm not trying to add more wiring.
It's pretty easy to put mobile lights and stuff like that now.
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
Just stick them in there if you really needed it.
Yeah.
Wanted.
All right, Atlas Schoolie. Have a good night, guys, and I will see you once again towards the end of the month. Okay. Are you coming back here? Or are we coming to you? I don't know. I don't think you've told me that yet. But Josh has come here so many times. It's crazy. And we've been on for an hour, y'all. So we're gonna wrap this up. And I think Jaylene is actually cooking dinner right now. So I'm gonna go eat dinner real quick. And then I think my dad and I are gonna come back out here and get a couple more projects done, so that we can have this thing sprayed Sunday and have this video for you guys Tuesday. So
That's the plan.
make sure not to miss this week's build video. It's a big one. So we will see ya in another video, probably Tuesday. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And we'll see you in another video or another chat. And everyone say thanks to my dad for coming and helping again. We appreciate it. So
Welcome.
bye.
Cheers.